Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Godmade Trader. As you know me, or if you're new to the channel, I'm Godmade Trader, and usually I do share my analysis and what I'm looking out for in the market. I trust you guys have been doing well. So it's weekend and there are some potential setups I'm looking out for the coming week, and I'm just sharing it with you guys out there just to see what I'm looking at and see if you guys can catch some of the opportunities with me. If you're new to this channel, you can do well to subscribe, like, and share my videos, and I hope I'm able to give you guys real values. So this past week, it's the new year, and we've seen a lot that's happened in the financial market and politically and economically. US been doing a lot of things. This recent capturing of Venezuela president and the whole thing about Venezuela oil, and I feel it's just a whole global political game that is going on, and it's quite affecting the market. It's always the West versus the East, US versus China, Russia. Everyone is looking to claim power and all sort of things. But I don't let that really disturb me. I just focus on what is important, and I feel like all those things are noise. I just feel personally that there's a whole lot of agenda involved in this. It's more than politics. It's more than oil. It's more than. See, I feel politics is just the whole cult. To me, that's just what I feel. There are only very few trustworthy people in politics globally. The rest just have some crazy agendas. And to me, the world is a stage. So everything that you see happening globally is just stage. It's all planned. They know what they are doing well. So for me, I'm just here to do my thing, see how I can make money, and yeah, that's it. So last week I shared some of the trades that I was looking at. I was looking to short DXY and long EU and GU, but it didn't go as planned from my area of interest, and now I see why. Initially I was planning to short from this monthly inversion fair value gap. So let's go back to the monthly time frame, and as you can see, like I said in my previous videos, most times when we have a sweep of liquidity, price tend to target the opposing liquidity that led to the initial sweep. So if price has taken out buy side, swept it, price tend to target the opposing internal range liquidity or external range liquidity. So like how we did here, we took out sell side liquidity here, swept it, and reversed back to take out buy side liquidity. But long term, I'm still looking to short the dollar. I feel we might be seeing some lower prices on dollar down to this level here, down to 90, yeah, the 90 levels. On the monthly time frame, you can see this morning star candle formation didn't hold. And yeah, just for your information, most times what I use as signal to my entry are the morning star and the evening star. They hold quite well, and as you can see, we've had this sweep here, created this morning star candle formation, had this sweep here, and now we are creating another evening star candle formation after sweeping this. So now it's kind of dicey for me, but I'm still leaning towards the downside. And why is that? Because we closed below this fair value gap, that's this candle high and this candle low. see this gap here, we close below it, and now that should act as an inversion fair value gap for the move to the downside. Also, another thing I notice most times when the morning star and the evening star candle formation forms, the next candle after it tends to try and come into the middle candle of this formation. Sometimes it just goes in the direction, or it retraces back into the open or close of this middle candle, then before it starts reversing. Same thing to the happen here. You can see we came into this candle level here and reversed. Sometimes we don't come too close to it, but we just retrace back a bit, then continue higher. So that's what I've noticed about the morning star and the evening star candle formation. And sometimes it just forms, and the next candle that comes after it just keeps going. So but the evening star and the morning star candle formation is a really good candlestick pattern that you need to pay attention to. Um, to me, I feel that's just the best candle formation. So yeah, you can see we've closed below this monthly inversion fair value gap, and now we're retracing back. So I'm looking to short from any moment from this level here, this base of this candle. What will invalidate the sell is when I start seeing the monthly candle or rise above this high here, or we eventually close back above this monthly fair value gap. But aside that, I'll still lean towards the bearish side for dollar. And based on what is happening globally and politically, that's why I'm leaning towards the bearish side for the dollar. So for the monthly, to me, still I'm still bearish on the monthly. For the weekly, you can see price took out this I swept it, broke this structure here, displaced lower, came down to that morning star candle base I showed you earlier on, and now we are retracing. And around this level is where the evening star candle, middle candle opening is, or close, I mean. So you can see we are retracing back up now. And if I take my fib tool and measure from this level to this level, you can see we are now crossing into a premium array or premium price level above the 50% of the 5 level. So we should be looking to short from anywhere around this premium level, either a fair value gap or just something, another block or something. But and if you look at this, we have this breaker block here, we have this fair value gap here, this candle low and this candle high. And on the lower time frame, this high here is an inducement from what I'm seeing. And you can see this levels to also potential level of resistance. You can see price reacted here, reacted here, reacted here. So it's quite a really strong level of resistance. So yeah, if I go down to the daily, let me remove this 5 level. You can see this inducement here. So initially I was thinking this was the inducement that price will react off it, and you can see price actually swept it and reversed on Monday, which I actually caught the sell on EU, but I was expecting it to go lower, but it didn't. It just reversed back up and came back to break even. So I didn't make any profit on that trade because of price reverse, but I'm looking to short when DXY gets to this level. So that's what I'm saying is I'm looking to long EU and short DXY when DXY get to this level. If I go down to the 4 hour, you can see we have this same structure here with this other block here that led to this break of structure, this shift. On the weekly time frame I showed you earlier on, we had this retracement back, created this inducement which price is most likely to target before we hit this level and drop to the downside. But I don't want to see the monthly close above this level I don't want to see the monthly close above this level. Mm. So yeah, this is looking like an inverse head and shoulders. But let's see. I'm following what the monthly time frame is doing. But I'll be looking to short when the XY get to this level. And if I go down to the lower time frame, you can see this created this setup here, took out buy side liquidity, displaced lower and created inducement. So if you're familiar with this setup, um, when price, let's say, gets to a premium level, then sweeps the this high, then displaced lower, price tend to create an inducement which leads to a break, then comes back to take out that inducement, then before it goes in the intended direction that initially it would have. So this inducement here is just to engineer early sellers to first capitalize on this initial force sales, which will come back to induce their sales and now go in the intended direction. So it's just like a trap. So most times what we do is we tend to sell when market takes out this inducement, and the ideal price level is shorting from the premium array of this low to this high that led to the sweep. This low to this high that led to the sweep. The ideal setup will be to short from anything above the 50. That would be the, and same thing too for the buys. So we have price doing this, sweeps it, displays higher, create an inducement, break structure, comes back to take out that inducement, then go higher. So that's the same thing too. We are looking to buy from discount. So this is just a simple pattern, but you don't just trade pattern for pattern's sake. You have to make sure it aligns with the trend, it aligns with the what the market is doing. Also, you can also see price do this. Let's say price is creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and price engineers liquidity here, break structure, comes back to take out this inducement, probably an order block or a fair value gap is lying below, taps into the other block of fair value gap and then continues higher. So it's just price doing its thing to engineer liquidity, that is set a trap and um then goes in the direction. Same thing too for a sell, price creating lower highs, lower low, create an inducement, break lower, takes out the inducement, then continue lower. So um this is just it. Probably we have an order block here. So I hope this is just pretty clear. So you can have this when it's trending, and you can have this maybe when price want to reverse. So I hope this is just clear a bit, yeah. Uh, okay, so now this is what I'm seeing. So you can see price created this inducement, broke lower, took out the inducement, broke lower, created all this inside this thing, then displaced lower. Now after all this move, we can say this is an inducement which price is going to take out before going lower, and that's because we are still following what the higher time frame is doing. So all what we are doing, all what we are waiting to see is price come back, take out this inducement, then go lower. So I hope this pretty clear and straightforward. It's just simple market structure, knowing what price is doing and following the the market. Yeah. So so yeah, that's my take on DXY. I'm just waiting to see how price react of this level once we take out this inducement here. Also be aware that there's a fair value gap on the weekly time frame around this level. So that's just an added confluence, and you can see this level is a strong resistance level where price has reacted as resistance, um, as support for DXY, as support, resistance. If you check back, you can see it doing the same thing too. Resistance, you can see resistance, all this level, resistance, support. So you can see this is quite a significant level here, and let's see how price react of that level. But long term, I'm still looking to short the dollar, except we start seeing a break higher above this. Then my bias might shift, and if we get a close back above this monthly fair value gap, uh, a close above it, then I might switch my bias. But remember, we still have sell side liquidity to take after taking out buy side liquidity here. So that's it. Um, let's move down to what I'm expecting for EU. So now EU is the inverse of what DXY is doing. The inverse of what DXY is doing. Now for EU, you can see EU created the same thing here, but didn't take out sell side after taking out buy side here. Didn't take out sell side based on Euro GBP was kind of stronger, so EU wasn't seeing a lot of weakness. That's why it couldn't take out sell side here. But GU took out its own sell side, which I'll show you guys in a minute. Now, as you can see, EU now is creating back its own Morningstar candle formation to take out this buy side eventually. And you can see this level where I set my alert is quite a strong support level. Price has reacted there as resistance, support. See these wicks here, resistance and support. Price is reacting off this level. So this level is quite a significant level for EU. And what I like to see, and as you can see, we are now retracing back to the base or this close of this candle. We are retracing back to this close of this candle pattern. If you get what I'm saying, I just explain it here. So that's where I want to see price react off from, and before we continue to buy. And you can see we also have this trend line. This is our first touch, our second touch, and our third touch happening here. So yeah, this level on the weekly, you can see we are still bullish because we broke this structure here, broke this high, this place that now we are retracing lower. Well, if I'm to draw my 5-2, you can see now we are in a very discount area on EU, so should be looking to go long any moment from the discount area. Now if we go down to the daily, you can see we have this same thing on EU creating this inducement. That's if you follow what I explained on DXY, EU is just doing the opposite. So yeah, we have this other block here, created this inducement, and I'm looking to go long from this level while I also manage risks. So yeah, long term I'm still bullish, and we also have this trend line liquidity to take. I mean, all this jaga move. Oh, sorry about that, but we have this liquidity to take yeah, before we head back higher. So yeah, I'll be looking to go long from here while I also manage risks. And that's it. All this Christmas liquidity all this move that happened during Christmas and the holidays, I feel price might want to take them out. So yeah, I'll be looking to go long for EU on this level after taking out this inducement. This was the initial move I caught, which I thought he has taken his inducement here and should keep going higher, but eventually price reached here and reverse back to break even, so I didn't make any profit on it. So yeah, that's it for you. For GU, I'm expecting the same thing though, but now based on Euro GPP weakness, GU didn't have the deep retracement like how EU did. So you can see the move down to this level. You can see what GU did. It's just proving stubborn. So yeah, since we have that, if we go back to the monthly on GU, you can see we've closed back above this strong resistance level on the monthly. We've closed back on the monthly, and you can see we have this um morning star candle formation, and see what GU did. GU took out all this liquidity, swept it, filled this gap here, filled this gap, monthly gap, and now we should be targeting buy side liquidity. So that's why I'm expecting higher move to the upside for GU. And long term, I'm looking to target this 1.42 level. You can see this level is a really strong level. This level I marked out here, you can see all this resistance and support happening, all this price action around that price level. So yeah, that's quite a strong level to look out for. Um, GU2 is forming this. I mean, this looks kind of. Let me see what EU did. Okay, so G is forming this kind of, let's say, evening star candle formation, but we've taken out buy side here. I think we should be targeting sell side here on this level. But based on what the monthly is doing, I'm expecting GU to keep pushing higher, either from this inversion fair value gap on the monthly. If you can see, we have this gap between this candle low and this candle high. We have this gap here. So I should be looking to long GU anywhere from this level here. But let's see what happens. Currently, Euro GPP, after it's dropped its weakness, which led to EU being so weak, now we have Euro GBP bouncing back. So now GU will be the weaker pair if you're looking to buy. GU will be the weaker pair. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but and why is that? We have this sell side liquidity taken out here. We've swept it, so we should be looking to target any buy side liquidity, maybe this level here. But from the monthly, I actually planned to sell here from this level, but I didn't get my entry because I saw this strip here, saw this evening star candle formation form, and I saw this drop. So you can see this one didn't retrace back to this base. We just had a bit of retracement up before we sold. So that's what happens. Sometimes you see it come back to the base like how you did there before it sells. You see it come back to the base before it sells. So uh, that's just it. Now we've swept this liquidity, tapped into this other block here on the daily. So that's why you see we're having this rejection to the upside to target probably buy side liquidity here, buy side liquidity here. But let's see how it plays. I mean, when we get to this level, it's a really strong resistance level. We might see it start resisting or coming lower from there. But now, based on what the weekly has done, it's a clear sweep. So we should be looking to target any internal range buy side liquidity after taking out sell side liquidity there. We didn't clearly break the structure here. We just swept it on the weekly. So yeah, that's it for USD card. We're having this retracement. Now you can see USD took our buy side liquidity here, and since we are bearish on dollar, I'm expecting USD to sell. USD took our buy side liquidity here, and now I'm looking to target sell side liquidity here. Now we created this kind of morning star, evening star candle formation again, and now we are retracing back, so we might likely see reversal once we get to this candle close level here, this level here, like I said. So we might see a reversal from there. So I'm waiting to see what price does when it gets to that level, and I think that level is quite a resistant level. You can see how price reacted to around this level here, this level. um so okay, so sorry, so let's see what happens. Let me even mark this out in case. Oh, I already did, sir. I already did. Okay. Mm. So yeah, on the weekly, we already took our buy side, yeah. Broke the structure to the downside, even on the daily. And we have this gap here. So if I take out my 5-2, I think we are already in a very premium array from this swing to this swing here. You can see we are already in a very premium array. So this is where I'm looking to go short for USD-CAD. I'm just waiting to see how price reacts when it gets to this level. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's what I'm looking out for USD-CAD, and I think there's an inducement here on the lower time frame. If I go to the here 1 hour, so you can see we have this swept this buy side liquidity, broke structure, creating this inducement, broke lower. So yeah, this still that setup I explained to you. So we have this that is playing out. So this is what I'm expecting to see play out once we take out this inducement. Yeah, I'm expecting to see price reverse lower. So yeah, this is quite a significant level here. Let's see what happens when price gets here and takes out that inducement, and that's quite around the level. We have that um evening star candle formation on the monthly that we're retracing into. So yeah, that's my take. That's my take. And yeah, okay, I'll show you guys the COT report for that, for also like some of the fundamentals I'm looking at. Now for silver, so I was able to catch some profit on silver this week, though I took some losses, but I think my silver trade was able to recover those losses. So literally this week I'm just like break even for this week. No profit, no loss, though the profit is just little, like $200 profit. So yeah, but silver is still quite bullish. Silver. So silver is quite bullish. As you can see, we've been for each week we've been creating bullish candles, and except for the 2 weeks, previous 2 weeks that we created lower, now this week we created a bullish move to the upside. So yeah, if we go on to the daily, we had this morning star candle formation, we had this fair value gap here, and we had price retrace into this gap, which is an internal range liquidity. If I should draw my 5 level here, from here to this high, you can see it's a discount level that price bought from in this fair value gap. So now this internal range liquidity, we should be targeting external range liquidity, which is this high. And now you can see we have this kind of morning star candle formation again that has formed. So what I'm looking to see this week is probably a little retracement, then before we continue to the upside. But silver can be so crazy, market can just open and you see it skyrocket to the upside. But here I'm still maintaining my bullish buyers on silver, and you can see we keep maintaining this trend line. We keep maintaining this trend line from November last year. I mean, December was a crazy month. Market just kept buying. December down up to $82. So yeah, from this fair value gap, we had this sell side liquidity that price ran. If I go down to the lower time frame, you can see it very clearly. Sorry, I needed to attend to something. So yeah, I was saying, you can see we came down to this discount level. Yeah, price already took out sell side liquidity from this fair value gap, and now I'm looking to target external range liquidity, which is this high. I was able to catch move from here, took profit around here, just in case, because of what the daily is doing, we might have a bit of retracement. So yeah, I'm looking to see if I get that retracement, I'll look to buy again from this level. But you can see this is that morning star candle order block, this line that I marked it. So yeah, I'm looking to buy from there, and that also aligns with an inducement that is here on the lower time frame. So if you see, where is it? Okay, let me use the 15 minutes. So you can see price took out sell side liquidity here, took out liquidity here, and displays that here, creating this inducement here. So I'm looking for price to retrace back down into this morning star, will be taking out this inducement before we continue higher, and this kind of a new range. So that would be a good discount level to buy from. That would be a good discount level to buy from. But we might not have that retracement. Soon as what will happen. Silver is kind of very strong now. So but yeah, to be good if we see that retracement, which I believe would happen to the downside, then before I start looking into long silver. So yeah, that's it for my silver analysis. Silver is quite strong, very much right now. and based on what the daily is showing me, I'm bullish on silver. So that's it. Now for the yen pairs, there was potential opportunities that I spot during last week, which I didn't include in my video, but price didn't get to my area of interest, but I'm still waiting to see what unfolds. So for EJ, we're still bullish. I mean, the yen is quite very weak now, and the other pairs, the yen pairs has been to the upside. I mean, skyrocketing to the upside. So we are still maintaining. I'm still maintaining a bullish bias on these guys. But currently, you can see this. Since we are bullish, you can see price took out sell side, broke structure here, created an inducement, broke structure, and now I'm expecting this retracement to come back down into this level before we continue to the upside. So this is my expectation for EJ. Same thing too for CAD. You can see the same thing too that happened there. Took out sell side, created this inducement. So I mean, this equals to look very attractive. So would be nice if I see CAD retrace lower, take out this equal lows, and continue to the upside. For GJ is quite still far. GJ is quite still far. Now the reason why GJ didn't retrace like others was because of EU weakness last week. I mean Euro GPP weakness last week. You can see all this move to the downside. The EU was very weak. The euro was very weak. I mean, sorry. So that's why you see EJ had more retracement to the downside than GJ. You can see. So that's just it. But it's still the same setup here. But I don't know if GJ will really drop, except we see some really bullish move on Euro GBP, and then we can see the retracement happen on EJ, but GJ might have more retracement than EJ. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just it for CHF JPY. Same thing. This setup is on the daily. We have this sell side here, market structure shift, inducement break of structure, but CHF JPY has been buying from the structure level with the recent structure level it broke. So I don't know if CHF JPY might come back below this level. I'm thinking CHF JPY would most likely buy from this structure level here. As you can see, we've had this strong move to the upside. But let's see what happens. If we see price start closing back below this level, then that would be good to buy from. Or except this level here is most likely an inducement for CHF JPY to buy from this other block here. Probably this is an inducement. Then just like what happened here, we created all this inducement, accumulation, then manipulation to this OB, then before we head back higher to the upside. I was able to catch this move from here to this level here, then before we had this retracement. So yeah, that's it for the pairs I'm looking at this coming week. Now if we go to the fundamentals, what I'm expecting this week, you can see on Monday we got no news like that per se, but these are the major news that will most likely pay out this week. We have CPI, we have PPI, we have retail sales and all that. For last week, we had some negative news on the USD. I mean, IXM came out was all this news. Same for Euro. I think the only good news we had on USD was services PMI, unemployment claim, then unemployment rate, and consumer sentiment, but NFP came out worse than expected, as you can see for uh, the dollar. So yeah, that's what. So these are the news that I'm expecting to see play out. If I show you guys the what I'm looking for in terms of COT report. So yeah, basically how to read COT report if you're not familiar with it. Well, this is what I used to read COT reports. Um, so I use this site called Bar Chart. What it does, it shows me different uh, instruments in the financial market, from commodities, grains to energies to livestock, metals, soft metals, currency, and all that. So for dollar index, let's see what the COT report is saying on dollar index. So basically what you do is you focus more on the one with the highest open interest. So that's what you do, because I think every quarter or every month, is it expiry date they call it or what? But yeah, you can see as of January 6th, we had and yeah, what you do is focus on the non-commercials, because non-commercials are like the major players or the big guys. So it's just giving you an insight to their positions in the market. So as of January 6th, we had an addition of plus 1019 and of long position, plus 890 of short position. But basically, you can see their short position is 21,502 and their long is, so they are more on the short side for DXY. But as of last week, they added this amount of longs to their long position and this amount of short to their short position. But they are still majorly short on DXY. And that's in line with our analysis if you look at it. Now I'll just show you guys the few ones. For euro, um this of March 26, you can see the open interest here is 865,854. So that's what we should be looking at. Now you can see non-commercials here are quite long on euro, and they even still added more position on their more long positions, and they removed their short positions. So you can see they are more long on euro and still added more long positions of this. So plus 3,000 and remove their short position of minus 1,000. So basically that aligns with the longs that we're expecting on euro. Okay, for GU, let's see what's happening on the pounds. Then we see what is happening on the card, and I think that should be all. You guys can check the rest for other pairs. But this is it. Now you can see they are quite short on the pounds. They added more long position of 6,000 and more short position of 4,000, but generally overall they are short on the pound than they are long. But this last week, as of January 6th, they added more of long positions than of short positions. Is that clear? Okay, let's see what is happening on card. So yeah, for card, you can see the open interest here is 212,000. You can see for card, they are more of short than they are long. But last week, they added both long and short positions, so you can see. So this just give you an insight on what is happening, and you can know which currency is more likely to gain more strength or more weakness. Do you understand? So basically, when they are removing, when it's a minus, shows they are removing their position of either long or short. You get. Then when it's a plus, they are adding more positions. I mean, that's basically clear. Um, so I think that's all. That's all. That's all. That's all. You guys can check the rest. But yeah, it's just for you to know what's happening in terms of fundamentals. Then for my to check news and all that, I use Fastbull. Basically there are 247 news. I just use it to check what is happening 24/7 every moment. You can see they give you an highlight of what is happening. Trump, Venezuela now has US to protect them. There will be no more oil money going on to cover. So it just give you an insight to what is happening currently at that moment in the financial market. That's all these tabs here that you can check. Also, I use Bloomberg to check latest and also read some other fundamentals. I also use Reuters to just know what's up. Yeah, I mean there's a whole lot you can see from all this news platform. So it's just for you to filter out what you need and what you don't need. But don't try to read everything you see there. Also, there are some fundamentals you might not see on Forex Factory that you might see on my FX book calendar. So yeah, I both used it to just to see, like now on Monday we have no news here, but on this guy we have quite some news on Monday, and yeah, so it's just that's I'm just showing you what I use, sure. So yeah, that's it for this week's trading analysis. I hope I've been able to share quite some values with you guys. If you are still new to the channel, I'm Godmade Trader. This will be my third year trading in the financial market. I think last year I was able to make um, the first half of last year I didn't make any profit, but I think the second half of last year across all my prop firm accounts, I was able to generate at approximately $10,000 across my prop firm in payouts. So I'm still a growing trader, but yeah, that's what trading is about. You can't say you've mastered it all. The market keeps evolving, and you also, as a trader, you have to keep evolving. You have to keep learning, and just know that trading is a journey. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of discipline, and only the strong and only those that persevere can actually last long in the trading game. So yeah, that's just it. I trade by God's grace. It's God who teaches me how to trade profitably, according to Isaiah 48 verse 17. So yeah, um, if you're still new to the channel, please do well to like and subscribe, share my videos, and I just hope we can all grow together. I'm not here to sell any course to you. I'm just here to share knowledge. I'm just here to rub minds with you guys and just do my thing. Yeah, basically just do my thing. Um, so yeah, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Probably during the week, I might drop some short videos of how the market is playing out and what I'm seeing, what I'm expecting. Um, so that's it. That's it. Do well to like, do well to subscribe, do well to comment also what you would like me to share with you guys, what you would like to see going forward. I'll so much appreciate that from you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next one. I remain God made trader.